All right, first thing you're going to need, assuming you already have the iPad, is going to be a secure iPad case. Because if you're DJing, doing gigs, there's going to be people partying, drinking, all types of stuff that could happen. And if your iPad gets damaged during the set, then you're done DJing. So make sure you get a high quality case that could stand a lot of abuse. The one that I recommend is this one, which is the OtterBox Defender. It has this cover, so you could just throw it in your bag and you don't have to worry about anything breaking the screen or anything. And it also has a built-in stand over here, so you could either put the iPad up like this when you DJ, or you could have it on the table like this. And this thing is basically indestructible. If you've seen some of my other videos, I showed it falling off my car, and it still works. This case is amazing. So make sure if you plan on DJing with the iPad, get a good case. And now the next thing is going to be, you're going to need your iPad to be standing up, because it's really hard to DJ with the iPad flat on the table. So if you don't get a case that has a stand, it's going to be very important that you get a stand. And now controllers like the Reloop Buddy have a built-in stand, but it doesn't work with a case. So that goes with the first product. You're going to want to DJ with a case, so those controllers with the built-in stands probably aren't going to work with a case. So make sure you get a stand that is stable. This one is from Dollar Tree, and yeah, it will hold up the iPad, but as soon as you touch it, it's going to fall, so I don't recommend that. This is another one from Amazon. It was like $10 or $18, and yeah, it holds the iPad, it holds the iPhone, but when you try to DJ, try to press buttons, turn knobs, it's not going to be good enough. So I would recommend going with something heavy duty like this. This is a heavy-duty iPad stand. It keeps it nice and secure. You could set it onto a desk, or you could put it on a stand. Just look up online iPad musical stands. This is for people that like play guitar or they sing and they have their iPad there. And this is all metal, and it is really high quality. I'm not sure if it's still on Amazon, but I'll try to find one to put a link. But definitely make sure that your iPad has a good stand, so you don't have to worry about your iPad falling while you DJ. That's one of the differences between DJing with an iPad and DJing with a laptop, because laptops obviously open up, but iPads are going to be flat on the ground, and it's not going to be fun when you DJ. All right, the third thing that I would recommend is this. This is the Numark Djay Touch. And yeah, it is a great controller, but the reason why I would recommend it is because it has a built-in sound card. There's also other small controllers by Hercules, as long as they're not Bluetooth. And the reason why you don't want a Bluetooth controller is because there's no sound card. And the reason we're using this controller is for the sound card. Because with the iPad, there's only one connection, which is USB-C. And then you don't have a headphone jack. The old iPads used to have a headphone jacks, but the new ones don't. So if you want to DJ like a real DJ and use your headphones, be able to listen to the pre-cues and stuff like that, just by spending less than $90, you not only get a controller, but now you don't have to worry about getting all those adapters to connect your headphones or connect your music source, because you just connect your headphones to one side and you connect your output to another side, and you're good to go, and you don't have to worry about trying to connect things. Another thing that you're definitely going to need, this is not optional, you're going to need one of these, which is a USB-C hub or adapter. And there's three things that I would recommend when you're looking for these. Number one is going to be at least 2 USB ports. With Djay Pro AI and other DJ softwares, you could connect more than one controller at the same time. So if you have 2 controllers, you could use both. Or if you have something like the Launchpad, you could have different things for effects, loopers, samplers, and stuff like that. So you're going to want 2 USB ports. You're going to want an HDMI port. Djay Pro AI supports video mixing, and I definitely recommend you use it, especially in 2023 when people's attention spans are much lower. So now we have HDMI, we have USB, and you got to have a way to charge the iPad. So the controller is going to get plugged into the USB. The USB-C is going to get plugged into your iPad. If you're using HDMI, it's going to get plugged in. But with controllers like this one and other similar ones, they're going to be powered by your iPad. So all of the lights and all of the buttons are powered by your actual battery in your iPad. And like I said, if something happens, if you run out of power, then you're pretty much out of luck. So find a way to have it charging with one of these adapters and test it out, because some of these adapters say they will charge the iPad. I went through so many of them, but then when you actually plug it in, your iPad says it's charging, but it's not charging as much as the power that you're taking out. So that can be a really big problem, because it looks like it's charging, but it'll be slowly going down. Eventually, your power would run out. So the next thing that I would recommend, which is tip number 5, product that you're going to need is going to be a charger. And not just any charger. You could get a charger from the gas station that has USB-C. You could get one from CVS. But I would recommend using an Apple certified one. This one came with my laptop, and this is 61 watts. The iPad Pro will not get overcharged, so you don't have to worry about overcharging it, but it could be undercharged. Like I said, it could be charging, but not charging as much as the power that you're using. And when you're DJing, you're going to be using a lot of power, because you need to have the screen bright, and there's so much stuff going on. There's music, you're streaming, you're connected to the internet. All this stuff is going to be draining your battery. So by get at least the 30 watt, but you could go all the way up to the 61 watt, and this will charge the iPad as fast as possible. And get one that has a long cable, so you're not, that's the headphone cable. Get one that has a long cable. This one's a little short. You just don't want to be constricted in your setup by having short wires. So try to get a really long one so that you don't have to set everything up on top of each other. So I just wanted to make this video because DJing with the iPad, the best part of it is you really don't need that much stuff. It's not like DJing with vinyl where you need crates of records and you need this and that, or DJing with the laptop where you need the laptop, a hard drive, and all this stuff. DJing with the iPad opens up so much more possibility for gigs with smaller spaces, and there's really only 5, maybe 10 things that you actually need when you're DJing with the iPad, and these things that I showed you were the 5 most important things that I personally, after DJing with the iPad for about 8 to 10 years, would recommend you guys getting. And I'll try to leave links to the products that I find down below to help you guys out. And I'm going to give you a bonus product. This one is a little bit strange, but it really helped me out a lot. And that would be to have a wireless mouse. So you could set the mouse up right next to the iPad, and you could use a Bluetooth mouse with the iPad, and you could use the trackpad to search through your songs, and you could use the mouse to do the buttons and the knobs that are kind of hard to do on the touchscreen. It just gives you a whole another element of being tactical with the iPad, and it's quicker. So I would definitely recommend. They're cheap, very inexpensive. Just get one that's a Bluetooth mouse, connect it to your iPad, and bring it to your next DJ gig. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions, and if you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel and give it a like.